Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the worst fucking podcast you've ever heard. Both mics.
Thank you for that round of applause. As I said, we are the worst fucking podcast in the world's first podcast about nothing and everything. Welcome to Both Mics.
Hey guys, welcome to Both Mics, a show about nothing and everything, like you said. That is Mike Sofka.
That is Mike Taylor. And together we are Both Mics. You see what we did
Mics,
there?
Yes. Welcome to show number 104 of Both Mics. Heard everywhere. Podcast can be heard. Find us live Friday nights around 7 o'clock on twitch.tv/Both Mics. So what's up?
Shaking the bush, boss. Shaking the bush. You know what movie that's from?
I meant to. No. But you asked last show if I had anything to preamble.
Yes.
Sunday.
Yes.
Actually, Saturday. We did nothing. And then on Saturday night, I started feeling a little weird. I went to sleep, woke up Sunday, and I felt like complete crap. You ever have a day like that where it feels like you just been hit by a freaking truck?
Yeah, it's the only day of the week that ends in the three letters D-A-Y.
D-A-Y, yeah. God. And I had chills. I was sweating a little bit. Didn't have any fever. Stomach was messed up. You know, no diarrhea, no vomiting. Just felt like crap.
So what'd you do?
Nothing.
I
did nothing.
Power through it, right?
Yeah. Well, I rested while Bren went out with the kids to my gym and all that stuff, and I actually had to work a couple hours that day, and did my work, went back, I basically laid in bed and slept the whole freaking day, and right through the night and into the morning, and I felt a little bit better.
You got to drink more water, dude. That's all it is. Drink more water.
Water, really?
You don't drink water?
I get these weird 24-hour things sometimes, and like if I get out of bed, I'll be cold and shivering, but I'll be sweating. So yeah.
You know when the last time I took something for a cold was?
What?
1986.
Really?
Yeah. You know why?
That was the last time you had a cold?
No. Well, almost. The first couple years weren't easy, but the more shit you take, you build this tolerance against those things, and then any common bug can come in and get you. Your body will repair itself, and I've got a tough immune system. So, you know, I just don't have good focus on my thing here. Hang on, let me do this here. Okay, that'll work, I think. Am I still fuzzy? I don't feel fuzzy. Do I look fuzzy?
You look a little fuzzy. You might have like Vaseline on your lens.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, I'll get a weird 24-hour thing sometimes, and it totally bugs the crap out of me. I'm like, oh my god, how long am I going to be down? How long is this going to suck like this? Am I ever going to be normal again? And yeah, the answer is no. But
they came to me. So, the CDC and the FDA came to me to sample some of my blood because, you know, I'm super immune.
Ah, okay.
Hey, it's the CDC and the FDA. It must be safe to follow their advice. Anyway, moving on here. Speaking of stuff like that, do you know what that is? That's our DNA I'm showing you there. Apparently,
yes. Yes, a colorful strand of DNA.
Yeah, it's the gay gene. I've isolated it. Anyway.
Nice.
CNET.com is reporting that scientists finally sequenced the entire human genome. While 92% of the human genome was sequenced in 2003, scientists have struggled to map the remaining 8% until now. When the Human Genome Project was declared completed in 2003, it had mapped 92% of genes, the rest remaining a mystery for nearly 2 decades due to technological limitations. Now scientists have finished sequencing the other 8%, and the human genome is finally sequenced. You know what this means?
I was just going to ask, what does this mean?
Well, they're going to come out with all these fascinating things through science in the near future here. Watch. They're setting a stage here. They're telling you Now, this goes to our alien update stuff, but I didn't. This isn't connected to anybody we normally talk about in the alien update. But what I'm saying is, we're gonna be at a point where you can just lay in a bed, and they're gonna shoot a light over you, and you could regrow a limb. You could regrow a bad organ. It'll take the sickness out of you. You'll physically have an operation, and you won't know about it because it'll all be done under your skin. Things of that nature. They're going to be able to clone you a lot easier now that they have all of your genome.
Makes sense. But aren't they kind of doing that already with like stem cells?
Yes, they're doing that with stem cells. Parts. And here's my question about the whole thing.
Yes.
Where do I sign up for this? Or I'd like to send a duplicate of me to go to work every day. Just send my clone to work, and then send this other one out to run all my errands while I'm playing golf. I'll have 2 copies of me.
Yeah, that would be. Yeah, that's gonna be a dicey area.
The additional 8% that they sequenced since 2003 accounts for 400 million new letters added to the existing sequenced DNA, enough for an entire chromosome. That's according to CNN, so that must be true. Here's my question again. Can they take some of my DNA and put it in somebody else? Can I get somebody else's DNA? Like, let's say I want to go back and I've got a hair from Albert Einstein. And I'm like, dude, I want you to get his DNA and put it inside, so I'm super smart now. What do you think? Think that's possible?
Well,
think that's the way we evolve?
Probably not, because even if you get like an organ transplant, don't you have to take a specific medication so your body doesn't reject it?
Okay.
Right? So your body would probably reject whatever DNA it is.
Oh, I'm sure they would know if it was a match or not, kind of like kidneys and stuff, right? Like, you can't just get anybody's kidney, and even then, you could still have a problem.
Right.
They try to go with the nearest, closest blood relative to you. That's why it's important to keep talking to your family, folks. You never know when you're going to need a kidney. Keep that in mind. Anyway, I just find it fascinating that this is so much into this one thing, and that's everything we are. It's the DNA. You know, they say you ever watch these ancient alien shows? You ever see those?
No.
It's talking about how people from the past obviously were aliens and so forth. Like, how did these friggin' pyramids get built with these lithographs of spacemen inside, and all this stuff. So here's my thing with that. They say that years ago, alien life visited here, and the way we transitioned from monkeys, if you would, to humans was with this alien interference. They actually toyed with our DNA and created the human race. You buying into that?
All right. No. But, all right.
Well, do you believe in evolution, or do you believe in creation? Like intelligent design?
Intelligent design.
Do you believe in God, Mike?
Yeah.
I was trying to give you a life rope there, so I didn't have to say it. Okay.
Nice. Evolution appears to be the correct terminology.
But then how can you say you believe in God if you believe in evolution?
Did I say I believed in God?
Yes, you just did. All right. Here's the thing. I think both answers are right. I think there's a way both answers are right. I think both sides are right. Just depending on how you see it. It makes sense to evolve. I mean, are you the same person you were 55 years ago, Mike?
No, that's a no.
Exactly. You've evolved. Everything evolves is what I'm saying. So I think they're both right. Does lend to question though what they're going to be able to do with this. Think of the shit they're talking about doing now with the Neuralink stuff in your head.
Right.
AI, interfacing humans with AI. Now that they have your DNA down to a friggin' science, man. Crazy.
Yeah. Brenda sent me a link about something called Mojo Vision.
What is that?
We were talking the contact lenses.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, it has like augmented reality and you wear them, and yeah, they're kind of like Google Glass, I guess, but actually in your eye.
They have that now. It's called mainstream media.
Nice.
You walk around and shit's a lot different than you. Shit's a lot worse than you ever thought it could be. It's virtual reality. You're not paying $6 a gallon for gas. It's just a simulation, folks. Anyway, have you been to the pump lately? Have you been to Bucky's lately?
Bucky's this morning. I think we're at $3.95.
Yeah, it seems to be what it is. Most places is
$4.20,
$4.25 or so, but at Bucky's, at Sam's Club and stuff, around $3.95 around here. But you see on the news, so it must be true. It's more expensive other places, $5 and $6 a gallon. So I just don't understand it. But anyway, all right, I didn't bring that up in the Alien Update, the Genome thing, and I'm not bringing this up in the Alien Update either, but this is a supernova. We've talked about these in the past. There's a difference.
A friend of mine had a 69 supernova.
Yeah, right, exactly. There's a difference in this one, though. This according to livescience.com. Part of the shock of this supernova is it's shrinking rather than expanding. It's got a reverse shock wave. In other words, instead of sending the shock wave outwards, it's closing inwards, much like a black hole would, and that just fascinates me that this is happening. Powerful shock wave traveling through a cloud of gas left behind by the explosive death of a star has a bizarre quirk. Part of it's traveling in the wrong direction, a new study reveals. It's 11,000 light years from Earth. The nebula is around 16 light years wide, and it's made of gas. Shit, that's like somebody following me outside the Golden Corral. Stand back. Beep, 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 beep. Yeah, buddy.
You see, they had a riot a couple weeks ago at one of the freaking Golden Corrals.
No way, really? Why? What happened?
Yeah, they ran out of shrimp or something.
Nice.
Or they weren't cooking shrimp or steaks fast enough.
Nice.
And the peanut gallery got upset and started throwing chairs at each other.
Nice. Like monkeys in a zoo throwing shit at each other. Nice. Hey, did you see? And I almost talked about this story, but I didn't know if I could fit it in, but I'll wedge it in here. We talked about Bucky's a minute ago. Yeah. Bucky's in San Antonio within the past couple days here.
Yeah.
Big fight at Bucky's. Apparently, some punk kid, and they found him, they arrested him because the guy was ready to beat the shit out of this guy, tried to carjack somebody in the parking lot of a Bucky's.
Wow.
Now, I don't know if this person really studied the clientele going in and out of Bucky's.
Yeah.
But I would say there's a large chance, if you're in Florida or Texas, that whoever you may approach in a Bucky's, I think there's a higher percentage chance that that person has a gun on them. Fair to say?
Exactly. Yeah.
Right. Know your target. I mean, why would you do that?
Yeah. No, people are lost their mind. They see it on TV, or they've seen other people do it. They hear about people doing things like this, and they think, well, if they can do it, I can do it.
They grew up on Grand Theft Auto is the problem. They think they can just get out, smack somebody, take their car.
Let's see, carjacking at Bucky's.
San Antonio Bucky's, yeah.
Well, what I'm curious about is which Bucky's, because there's no Bucky's in San Antonio.
Oh, it said it was San Antonio on the thing. What is it? Is that New Braunfels or whatever near you? Or
New Braunfels, yeah.
Is that where it was?
That's yep. Yeah. Well, look at this kid. Looks like a complete dirtbag. Austin Graham, nearly 21, was arrested at Bucky's parking lot after truck owner beats him up and holds him until police arrive on Saturday night.
Imagine that. He was trying to steal somebody's truck. Are you freaking kidding me? That's the last thing. The two things that a man will die for usually is not only his family, but his truck and his gun. I mean, you don't mess with either one of those things, man.
And his gun is probably in his truck.
That's exactly.
Wow. Yep. New Braunfels. That was probably not more than 20 miles from where we lived.
Scary,
and
isn't
it's right along I-35, in between Austin
But I mean,
and
picture
San
it.
Antonio.
You're either going in or coming out of Bucky's. Are you really thinking somebody's going to carjack you there?
Yeah, no.
I'm not in a Walmart parking lot. I'm not in a shady side of town at some closed podunk
Right.
mom and pop
alley.
friggin' gas station in the dark.
Yep.
It's just
New
a bunch
Braunfels.
of people.
That's where that water park Schlitterbahn is. I don't know if you've heard of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You been there, Schlitterbahn?
Yes.
Was good?
Been to Schlitterbahn, and tubing is a very popular thing in that area of Texas. And you can actually go tubing right past Schlitterbahn in New Braunfels, and we've done it.
How about that?
How about that?
Well, let me ask you: Do you like peanut butter, Mike?
No.
It's probably one of the
No.
worst things you could eat. I eat it. I like it. Do you
I'm eating peanuts right now.
Okay, you like peanuts, but not peanut butter?
Correct.
Okay, you like tomato sauce, but not tomatoes?
Correct.
Okay. Just making sure I'm keeping score. For those of you who are keeping score at home, I just want to make sure. I was going to ask you, does Brenda like peanut butter?
Yes, she does.
So do kids have peanut butter? They've had peanut butter? They're not allergic?
Yeah, they've had it. Xander doesn't like it. Nicholas does like it.
Do the kids and Brenda like the creamy kind or the chunky kind, the crunchy kind?
I think the creamy kind.
The creamy kind.
Yeah.
Well, if you like crunchy, Skippy have a giant recall on their peanut butter over possible metal fragments in the peanut butter.
I actually heard about that this morning on the DJ Dangerous Darren on the Hair Nation radio on XM was talking about it.
Yeah, he called me.
Yeah.
I gave him that story.
Story.
According to the
Dangerous
Washington
Darren.
Post, so it must be true. Skippy peanut butter recalled over possible metal fragments. Hormel, I guess they own Skippy, voluntarily recalled 60,000 jars in 18 states that might have been affected by an errant piece of manufacturing equipment. How can they know that? Which jars? Is every jar individually numbered, I guess?
Yes.
Along with a batch number, I assume.
Yeah. They have a VAT number. Even with paint. Paint has a lot number. Everything does.
It does. They do
And
that with a lot of fresh, wild-caught seafood. Like in Texas, I know, anywhere in the Gulf, I know there's a big thing by the Gulf fishermen. They tag each fish so you can tell who caught it, when they caught it, where they caught it, all that stuff. So that's amazing to me. So anyway, with this peanut butter, the shipments that were possibly affected were sent to California, Connecticut, Delaware, Florida, Hawaii, Illinois, I know. I say Illinois to piss people off. Indiana, Kansas, Massachusetts, Minnesota, Missouri, North Carolina, Nebraska, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New York, Oklahoma, and Wisconsin. So if you're in those states and you like Skippy peanut butter, not so much this week at the grocery store, right?
Yeah. They probably tell you specific lots to look out for. And the way they probably do it is they probably realized on, say, Thursday that there might be a metal fragment, or when they inspected a piece of machinery, they noticed that there was some wear on the machinery.
Then there used to be a part hanging here?
Right? Why is there a hole in this machine? Where'd all the metal go? And the last time they inspected the machine was last Thursday.
Oh, yeah.
So everything between Thursday and Thursday is what they recall, and it's 60,000 jars of peanut butter.
Well, I didn't know this, but before I get to this part, if you think you purchased one of these products, you can return it to the store from which it was purchased, or simply call Skippy Foods Customer Engagement. There's a toll-free number there, or you can visit the website, peanutbutter.com. Hot damn, they found a good webpage, peanutbutter.com, for a step-by-step guide. I didn't know this. Did you know this, Mike? Minnesota-based Hormel is more than 130 years old. What was their first product? Do you know?
Spam.
Yes. World's First canned ham is the iconic Spam, a staple for troops in World War II. It now boasts more than 50 brands sold globally, from Planters to Herdez, whatever that is. I think it's a potato chip. Hormel acquired Skippy in 2013 for $700 million. That's a bargain.
Wow.
In a bid to expand its business to protein that was not meat. See? They're getting ready. They're getting ready, man. Protein that's not meat. They know. They're part of it. Klaus Schwab talked to them.
Yeah. Austin, Minnesota.
Yes. Yes. Are you familiar with Kohls, the department store?
Kohl?
Yes.
Yes. They look just like that picture.
Yes. You've been there?
Yes.
You like it?
Whatever.
Brenda likes it?
It is. I don't know. I actually used to go to a store called Steinmart. They were real popular with her, but they're out of business.
Well, this Kohls, I know they're all over the place, and you know I didn't hear them first, and Lisa said something, and you know I was like, what? And oh yeah, you got to go to Kohls and all this. Everybody's Kohls. Ask most women. Oh yeah, Kohls. You don't know about Kohls? Let me tell you about Kohls. Yeah, chances are if you're first of all, you're probably there's only like 3 women that listen or watch this show anyway, so you're probably not a woman. That's okay. And maybe I'm wrong, and I hope I'm wrong, and that's fine. I'm trying to do better. I'm trying to be a better person, to be more sensitive and caring. Anyway,
last time I was at Kohl's was to return something from, I almost said Amway. Holy shit. Return something from Amazon.
Amazon, there you go. Yeah. Yep. Well, here's the thing. I think if there's a young lady that you know and she normally shops, I think she has a Kohl's credit card in her purse, is what I'm trying to say. So,
right.
Well, the future of Kohl's is about to be decided. Yes. It's according to KCCI.com. This is in Iowa. Yes, I'm searching Iowa news stations for stories for the show here, folks. The future of Kohl's is about to be decided. Kohl's is pushing back against intense pressure from Wall Street to make changes or sell the company. The retailer sent a sharply worded letter to shareholders Thursday ahead of its annual meeting in May, urging them to reject an activist investor's efforts to gain control of the company and install its own board of directors. Translation, they're fighting off a hostile takeover. It's the hedge fund Macellum, Macellum. They've been critical of Kohl's in the past months as they're sucking up all the trades, all the shares from the company. So interesting. That might go away. In the midst of all this, the retailer said earlier this month that it's engaged with talks with more than 20 potential buyers. A sign of wide interest, Hudson's Bay Company, the owner of Saks Fifth Avenue, is reported closely to considering a bid. So what I'm saying is your Kohl's may be changing, or maybe there won't be any. It's okay with you?
Yeah,
you take it or leave it?
I think we'll get by.
Okay.
Like I said, the last time I was there was to return something from Amazon. And literally there were 7 people outside when they opened, and like 5 of the 7 went directly to the Amazon desk on the other side of the store.
That shows you something. And you wonder what the ironic thing is Amazon has put a lot of brick and mortars out of business. Guess what the fastest brick and mortar business going up right now is? Amazon.
What's that?
Amazon. They're building their own brick and mortar stores so you don't go to Kohl's. They don't want to miss an opportunity. I love it.
Now, aren't they doing those like convenience stores where you don't have to pay for anything?
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. They're doing those too.
Or not you don't have to pay for anything. You don't use cash. You kind of it just goes on your account.
Yeah, with your secret number that the government gives you and your allotment of your allowed. What do they call that when they? Not a benefit. Let me ask the intern real quick. Intern. What do they call that where they're talking about the income for everybody guaranteed all the time?
Portions.
Like in California, started that income thing where it just everybody gets a check, $1,000 a month or whatever. The intern doesn't know. All right, sorry. Universal Basic Income, that's what it's called. UBI, Universal Basic Income. Yes. You've already used up your Kohls money for the month, Mike. You're not allowed anymore. All right, that brings me right into my third favorite thing on the show, Get Off My Lawn.
Get off my lawn. Not in this lifetime, Sonny. Well, I think you're an overeducated 27-year-old version. There's a Mexican, a Jew, and a colored guy go into a bar. The bartender looks up and says, "Get the fuck out of here." Get off my lawn. Used to stack fucks like you 5 feet high in Korea. Use you for sandbags. Can't you people just leave me alone? Get off my lawn. You'd think the Kohl would keep all the idiots out. What are all you fish heads looking at anyway?
All right, Get Off My Lawn is simple. It's about these guys like me and Mike, except they're the Get Off My Lawn guys. They're the Clint Eastwood from Gran Torino. They're the Get Off My Lawn. Get out of my yard. They're those guys.
Make my day.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, wrong movie.
Yeah, so, all right, so check this out. This one's kind of combined with a Get Off My Lawn guy and a Florida man. I wanted to do a Florida man segment, but somebody's already got stuff like that going on. I try not to copy too much stuff. But here's a Get Off My Lawn guy right here from Brevard County, Florida.
Wow.
Guess what he's accused of doing?
Fondling a child.
No. I try to stay away from those stories, but you're
Good.
okay.
He just has that look.
Yeah. No, I get it. He does look like that guy. ClickOrlando.com, one of the local news stations here in Central Florida. Naked Florida man arrested after banging on house with a barbell, deputies say. That's a picture of Larry Gardner there. Guess how old he is?
35.
62.
Wow.
Faces charges of aggravated assault and armed burglary. A naked man, this is in Brevard County, naked man carrying a barbell is accused of threatening to kill another man shortly after a burglary. Deputies say a witness told him he heard a noise from a neighbor's house and saw Larry Gardner, 62, naked outside, banging on a sliding glass door with a barbell Monday evening. I don't know, dude. I think that would be the scariest thing ever. An old naked guy banging on your window with a barbell. I don't know if I want to fight. I don't know if I want to fight a naked guy. Would you want to fight a naked guy?
No.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that'd be the thing to avoid. What worries me is that guy's only 7 years older than us.
Yeah, right? That's where we're heading, Mike. That's where this whole thing's heading. The report said the man slapped Gardner twice, getting him to drop the weight. Gardner then picked up a metal rod from the resident's yard and started chasing the man. The man then pulled his gun and told Gardner... Wait, which guy pulled a gun?
Right.
He told Gardner to drop the metal rod when another neighbor came out to help tackle Gardner to the ground. Gardner is accused of committing burglary immediately before the incident. He was arrested and faces charges on aggravated assault and armed burglary. There's our Get Off My Lawn guy. Now, from his picture, do you think he did it?
Should I give the canned answer?
Yeah.
Well, he's guilty of something.
Yeah.
Lock him up.
Yeah. Just you'll find something. Look deep enough. Yeah. Are you a fan of Google Docs? Do you use Google Docs at all? You know what I'm talking about?
I try to avoid it. I have used it. I do have an account, and in the business I'm in, people try to use it, but I try to avoid it.
Yeah, I've used it in the past, and usually on one end or the other, there's some sort of problem with a file or something. So I don't know. Maybe things have changed and improved in the past.
Permissions and shit like that. Yeah.
Well, according to TheVerge.com, and I'm going to read this headline slowly here, so listen to this headline here. Okay. Google Docs will start nudging some users to write less dumbly.
Well, I've noticed my Outlook has helped me write less dumbly.
What is your outlook on life, Mike?
What? My outlook? Bleak. I am a
less dumbly
pecker. I'm a hunting pecker, and
You're hunting for
my
pecker? What?
I'm hunting for pecker, and my email typing skills are real bad.
Are you a
And it
pecker?
actually,
So you're the single finger each guy? Big strokes?
yes,
Okay.
yes, and like Outlook will actually correct some of the stuff you spell wrong.
Big
Like if you
strokes, by
spell
the way.
receive,
That's my porn name, Big Strokes.
big strokes.
Sorry. I was going to ask you, Mike,
Ah.
do you think Google
What?
Docs will help you write less dumbly? That's what the headline
No.
is, dumbly. Is your grammar gooder than your spelling?
Nice. Yes.
Anyway, what's going to
know,
happen is when you're in Google Docs, you'll see a new purple squiggly underline will offer style and tone suggestions.
Nice. Yeah. Outlook does that too. They'll do that. And yeah.
Well, it's going to take
The
over
underline-
for Helpy Helperton online. You use there in the wrong there when you meant to say there, or what's some of the
Yes.
favorite ones?
I'll notice when I write an email in Outlook and I'll put you, it'll recognize that maybe I meant your, and it'll underline it instead of having the red squiggly under it.
Yeah.
It'll have two blue solid lines under it.
Huh.
And it'll tell you that you spelt the word correctly, but it might not be the correct word you want to use.
Based on the
So-
rest of the sentence. It's now correcting your grammar like your third grade teacher.
Yes. So Bill Gates has been on the ball with this for a while now.
I think it's great. I do in a way, but in a way, pretty soon with this Neuralink and stuff, they're going to be able to go, are you sure that's what you want to say, Michael? Before you hit enter, do you really want to say that? You're going to hear that in
Yes.
your head.
It
Wait,
appears to be
Michael.
harsh.
We just sensed another thought in your head. You didn't even speak, and we know what you're thinking. Yeah, dude. Anyway. Nothing. Crickets. I need to get the cricket thing going here.
Right.
Do you use a stylus for a computer? You ever use one of those? You know what I'm talking about?
I actually have one in my phone right here.
Have you ever lost
And-
it?
Yes. My last phone, somehow, some way, it got lost.
Well, this is
And,
according to Engadget.com. Dell's new rechargeable stylus has tile tracking built in.
Tile tracking built in. Oh, okay,
Remember we
that's
talked
kinda
about
cool.
tile where you could smack one on somebody's car or in a coat or
Yeah,
whatever
yeah.
and track them?
Yeah, which is kind of a weird thing, especially with women and stalkers and things like that.
The company's latest premier rechargeable active pen is what it's called. Or PrAP, I would say. P-R-A-P, PrAP. They don't say that, I'm saying that. Has tile tracking built in so you can use the Tile app to make it emit sound and LED light. If it's not close enough to hear or see, the app will show the pen's last known location and track it down via the Tile network.
Is this one of those pens that you use and it remembers the strokes that you took with the pen?
I don't know
and
about
you just
all
like
that.
download it onto your I think you just download it onto a computer, and whatever you wrote with the pen stays inside the pen, and you just download it into like Word or whatever.
Guess how much this thing is?
$3.99.
$399 or $3.99?
$399.
No, you're off a little bit. It's $110.
It's gone down.
40-day battery life and 80% charging in just 20 minutes.
Wow. Yeah, I always thought it was cool, but I don't think it works as well as you would think it would, or you would want it to.
Well, let me ask you this: do you own an expensive pen, like a business deal pen, like a?
No.
There's guys in the car business and in the real estate business and stuff. The pen is everything. It's got to be a Mont Blanc pen, and it's got to be this design. And yeah, dude, I'm not. It's like watches, dude.
No.
I'm not like that way with watches, dude. I got these little rubber band things on my arms now, but you wear a watch, right?
I have an Invicta on right now.
Are you real conscious about the brand and the look? Do you have more than one watch?
I have like 20 watches.
There you go.
Yeah. I'm not big on them. I always look at watches. I always want to buy another watch, but it makes no sense to buy another watch.
Yeah, I mean, how much time do you have?
I think 20 is sufficient. Probably the cheapest watch I have is probably this one.
Okay, I've got an idea. We can take all your 20 watches and program them, you could wind them or whatever, to be 1 hour apart. Like 1 hour ahead, then the third one would be 2 hours ahead, then the fourth one would be like 3 hours ahead. Then you get in that DeLorean that you built, and you travel to the future.
Okay. Can do that.
All right.
Yeah, the cheapest watch I probably have now is $100, and probably the most expensive is like $1,800.
Dude, people get crazy with that shit, though. I know people that are wearing 10, 20 gram pieces on their wrist, and I'm like, first of all, why would you pay that? Second of all, and it's usually because I can, and I want everybody to know that I can. All right, great. You're a big dick. Great. All right. I'm impressed.
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't like, overstyled or flashy watches. I like them, but I try to avoid buying more because there's no need for it.
Crazy. Watches are crazy, dude. I stopped wearing one back, I think it was 1987, 88, probably 89, 90, somewhere in there. I would work, I was in the restaurant business. I would work a lot. I'd work 100 some odd hours in a week, every week, week in, week out, and I got tired of keep looking at my watch, dude, going, Christ almighty, like that. So little did I know in the future I'd be looking at my phone every 15 minutes or 10 minutes or 5 minutes for the same thing.
Yeah. There was a time where I had a watch that was like a sports watch, and I was wearing it for the company that I worked for. They offered this like stress test type thing, and a particular watch that you wore, and of course it told you your sleep and all that other stuff, but it told you your stress level, and it told you your blood pressure. And they were testing it out for, I guess, another company, because the company I worked for is an outsourcing company. And they literally, I guess, they gave us like little stipends, pay stipends, and I got one of those RV goggle sets. They gave us one of those too, and for participating in this like 4-month study. And this watch was like a $1,500 watch it was made in Israel, no less. That I found very little information about on the internet, but I haven't looked it up lately to see what it was about. The thing charged like crap. The thing turned colors on my wrist because of the ports to charge it were like right there on your skin.
Wow.
And it had some bugs, and I was thinking after the fact I was going to sell it, but it ended up being pretty much a piece of junk.
Well, you never know. I mean, in the future, 10, 20, 30, 40 years from now or whatever, if you're still alive. You know, and I say that because, we're getting up there. We ain't getting any younger. But
yeah,
you never know.
I thought it was going to be something good, but it was, I guess it's in its infancy. And it was the first wearable watch that was able to detect your blood pressure.
Well, would they be able to tell if somebody stole it, like that Stylus?
That I don't know. Probably not.
Well, here's an iPhone, and now you can tell where your iPhone is, and you know what else? They're making it harder for thieves to make money off stolen iPhones.
Well, that's a good thing.
It's according to BusinessInsider.com. Apple technicians will now decline to repair iPhones that have been listed as a missing phone on a global database, according to Mac Rumors. The new policy is expected to deter thieves from sending in stolen iPhones for repair. Users can register their iPhones as missing at GSMA device registry. I see a lot of problems with this. This is like we talked about the tile thing. There's probably as much good as there is bad about this. You know, you get a couple that splits up, and one's pissed off at the other, and next thing you know, they're at the store trying to buy an iPhone, and the cops roll up and they're arresting them because their iPhone's been reported stolen on this database.
Right.
I can see that happening.
Well, I could see it happening, but if it could be explained away, that's another thing. They gotta realize that there's people out there that are gonna do stuff like that.
If the phone is listed and the registry is missing, technicians have been told to refuse to work on a device. And they're saying just them saying this should deter a lot of people from stealing iPhones. Do you think that's a deterrent? I think a deterrent would be cut off your left hand. That would be a deterrent,
Right. Yeah. If there's no consequences, you're just going to go inside and they're going to say, no. Well, guess what? The interwebs are out there. I'll find someone who will work on it. Granted, it'll be for a premium, but they're out there.
Isn't it custom like overseas or in the Middle East or something? Like I think it's a Muslim tradition maybe where if you get caught stealing, they cut off your arm.
It's like or a finger. Yeah, it's like Iran or something, and right?
They always cut off the right hand, I think. Do you know why?
Because they wipe their ass with their left.
That's right. Now they got to eat where they shit. That's gross. What zodiac sign are you, Mike? You're same as me, right? We're close together. Are you Capricorn?
We are Capricorns. Yep.
Okay. According to yourtango.com, can't believe I'm saying I looked at this. Here's what you do. They put together a thing because each zodiac sign will feel the energy of this new moon in Aries in their love horoscope and relationships during the month of 2022. So do you believe in any of this astrology stuff? Do you believe in it?
No. And it's silly that you would ask that question.
This is a bold transit that whips up a passionate side and our courage. We are fearless and capable during the new moon in Aries. We want to show up for the festivities. So I'm going to look up what this new moon in Aries means for us Capricorns. Then I'm going to look it up for... Okay, here we go. If your
Isn't that an Air Supply song?
Yes, right? If your birthday's December 22nd through January 19th, you're considered a Capricorn. And according to this new moon in Aries, and then there's you, Capricorn, who seems to ride through the new moon in Aries like a conquering general. The thing you wanted most, peace in the home, will happen today. Your partner will prove that they really are your best friend, and you'll be able to once again feel like there's hope in your relationship. You and your partner will cross a threshold. The misunderstandings of the past are now dead issues. Ha! All you want to do is move forward, and you do.
Or is that the month horoscope or the daily horoscope?
I think it's for the month because of this new moon, this Aries moon here. So my other half here, I'm going to look hers up. I'm not going to tell you her birth date, of course. I will tell you her first pet and her first car name, though. God,
right.
Kill me.
First concert you went to?
Yes. She's a Libra. Today is the day when you'll officially end a bad habit, and that in itself is cause for joy. You've come to realize that you are the only one in your life who can make the necessary change, and you finally accepted that it's up to you to take the stand. You may end up mourning the loss of this bad habit, but you will be so much healthier for your choice. Stay on the path, Libra. Stand your ground.
Okay, so yours say that you and your partner are going to be, flourishing together this month.
Yes.
And hers talks about getting rid of a bad habit, which
could be me.
Guessing would be you.
Yes.
Right.
Exactly.
It's kind of strange how they don't really blend together there.
What's your better half's sign there? What's Brenda's sign?
She's at the end of July.
End of July.
So I'm thinking
after July 23rd?
After, yeah.
Okay, she's a Leo.
Correct.
Leo
Sounds
says you
right.
don't want to work so hard on your relationship all the time. You want others to do the work for you, and while they are there, they can pay your way as well. The thing is, you become so oh my gosh, I don't want to read this. I'm going to get hate mail from Brenda. The thing is, you've become so lazy and reliant upon the kindness of those who... Hey, I didn't write this. This is not me writing this. I'm just reporting the news. You've become so lazy and reliant upon the kindness of those who do come to your aid that you're now starting to become arrogant about it. As if everyone in your life is... Oh, I can't continue to read this.
Yeah.
This is obviously a work of fiction, folks. Forget everything I just talked about.
Farthest from the truth. She's been putting in extra hours and working so hard.
I believe it. I believe
She
it.
is,
That's why I can't even read the rest of it. I'm going to get in trouble. I'm going to get you in trouble. I'm going to get me in trouble. It's not going to be good.
Yeah. Yeah, the company she works for, they need to give her a raise. Yeah.
All right, so Lady Gaga is going to be performing at the Grammys. The big question, Mike, do you care?
No.
Exactly.
No, yeah, no.
We talked about the Will Smith, Chris Rock crap, how it's all fake. This, to me, is the same thing. Who watches I don't even watch this stuff anymore. You know when I stopped watching? When they awarded the first ever heavy metal Grammy, and Metallica was up for it. And who got it, Mike? Do you know this?
It was Jethro Tull, right?
Yes! What the hell is that?
Yeah. Exactly. That's pretty much when I lost faith in him too.
Yeah, well, apparently they're coming up this Sunday in Vegas. Let's see here. Let me see if I... What? Hold on a second here. Hold on. Am I reading this right? Lady Gaga has been doing duets with Tony Bennett. You know, the guy that's like 150 years old, the guy that used to entertain the mob in the 70s and stuff.
Right.
Yeah. She's done a lot of stuff with them, and they played 2 concerts together. I thought he was dead.
Right. I thought so, too.
It was last year that they had a CBS special, One Last Time, an evening with Tony Bennett and Lady Gaga. There's a lineup for you there. She joins a lineup that includes, and I'm going to say these names once or twice. I'm going to say these names once, Mike, and then you tell me, you tell me, yes, you approve of them being there, no, you don't approve of them being there, or you don't care. How about that? Okay?
That's at the Grammys?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
The lineup includes Olivia Rodrigo.
Oh, yeah, sure. She should always be there. Who?
BTS.
BTS? Isn't it a brand of tire?
No, but these are those Asian boy band guys from Korea or whatever. God. We got death threats on Twitter over that one.
Nice.
Billie Eilish.
Yeah, well, it's all current popular music.
I used to like the Billie Eilish. She was a young girl. She looked like she had her crap together. She didn't fit the mold. Like, she wasn't that certain thing that you expected. She wasn't Taylor Swift. She wasn't Britney. She didn't fit that mold, right. You know? She looked like an average girl, and now once money's hit and people got in her ears, she's a little too out there for me. How about Silk Sonic? Silk, like the cloth, Sonic.
Okay. Is that a video game?
Brandy Carlisle. Wonder if that's Belinda Carlisle's daughter.
Right, or granddaughter.
Little Nas X. Lil. Next word NAS. Next word capital X.
Wow. White guy, right?
Yeah, right. Jack Harlow. John Batiste. Okay. John Legend.
John Batiste. Okay.
Carrie Underwood. She was on American Idol, I know, years ago.
Yes.
J Balvin with Maria Becerra.
Wow, really?
H-E-R. Like her. H-E-R, but it's giant capital letters with a period after each one. H-E-R.
Okay, I say all capitals acronym.
Now, I already said Little Nas X. Well, Nas is going to be there as well. So don't get those two confused. I don't know if they're related. Nas is going to be there. And Little Nas X. Chris Stapleton. Brothers
country guy?
Osborne. Brothers Osborne. I guess Ozzy has a
Okay.
brother? I didn't know.
Right? I had no idea.
And a special memoriam performance featuring songs of Stephen Sondheim by Cynthia Erivo, Leslie Odom Jr., Ben Platt, and Rachel Zegler. The show will also have a special tribute to Foo Fighters drummer Taylor Hawkins, who we talked about in last shows here, died at age 50 last week.
Yeah.
South
Well, last
America.
year, like they made no mention of Eddie Van Halen, right?
That's
Is that
crazy,
what the
right?
The big hubbub was last year.
It's racist.
Yeah.
The Grammys, again hosted by Trevor Noah. Are you a fan of Trevor Noah? Do you know who that is?
Who?
Good. He's a piece of work, let me tell you. This is going to be broadcast live from the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas on Sunday, April 3rd, 2022 at 8 p.m. Will be available to live stream and on demand at Paramount Plus. It's going to be on CBS on terrestrial TV.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't remember. I couldn't tell you anything about the Grammy. I don't even know. Is that the trophy that looks like the little RCA thing on the record player?
Yes. Yes, looks like the record player.
I got that part right. Oh, it goes on to say here that Tony Bennett, 95, is suffering from Alzheimer's disease and was not announced as a performer with Gaga. That would be great.
Wow.
She has to, like, direct him around, you know. She has to hold his hand out there on stage, wheel him out there.
Old timers. He comes up on stage and slaps her.
He's in an iron lung, you know. He's in a hospital gown, and he turns around and shows his ass. No? All right.
No.
I got one last thing here. We got about 7 minutes to go, but I got one last thing. And it's something you don't see every day. We've talked about this. We've done it on the past couple shows. I got to get my ass together. I got to get a nice card here, nice image, video, something, music, something. Okay? I'm going to show you this and I want you to tell me what the practical use for this is, Mike. I'm going to show you the video. So
Nice.
if you're
Okay.
watching on twitch.tv/bothmikes, on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter, wherever. If you're not, and you're listening to a podcast, you're going to have to go over and check out this video. I'm not kidding. This is definitely something you don't see every day. So, Mike, I'm going to pop up this video. You take it away.
All right. All right.
Use your words, Mike. Describe what you're seeing.
It's a tar type substance that. Yeah, I don't know. Like the blob, some kind of tarry blob thing going through.
What do you
cracks
think
and
the
crevices
practical
and,
use for this is? What do you think it's designed for?
It looks like everything. Going to be.
Well, there you go.
Looks like it's bonding two wires together.
It's a magnetic
guessing it's-
turd.
A magnetic turd.
This is according to theguardian.com. There's video up on this on the show right now. Magnetic turd. Scientists invent moving slime that could be used in the human digestive system.
Interesting.
Scientists have created a moving magnetic slime capable of encircling smaller objects, self-healing, and a very large deformation to squeeze and travel through narrow places. The slime, which is controlled by magnets, is a good electrical conductor and can be used to interconnect electrodes. The dark-colored magnetic blob has been compared to the science on social media to flubber, the substance in the 1997 sci-fi film, and of course it was from the 50s. This described magnetic turd is amazing and a tiny bit terrifying. I don't see what the problem is. The guy who created it's from a Chinese university in Hong Kong. It's not like these things are going to be out looking for people. It's not like COVID.
Right.
The slime contains magnetic particles so that it can be manipulated to travel, rotate, or form O and C shapes when external magnets are applied to it. The blob has been described in a study published in a peer-reviewed journal, Advanced Functional Materials, as, quote, a magnetic slime robot. So they can pump this through you, flush you out. If you got fragments of something in your system, they can get it. If the electrodes holding your pacemaker aren't right, I guess they can put that in and connect those two like it because it's conductive. It's made of a mixture of a polymer called polyvinyl alcohol borax, which is widely used in cleaning products, and particles of neodymium magnet.
Interesting.
It's very much like mixing water with cornstarch at home. Zhang, the professor who invented this. When you touch it, it very quickly behaves like a solid. When you touch it gently and slowly, it behaves... Oh, this has got to be a prank. When you touch it gently and slowly, it behaves like a liquid. I thought they were going to say it gets hard.
So it's like a plasma of sorts.
Yeah, they say it's an actual robot though. Like they've got a way to control it with magnets, but it'll move around on its own like that.
Yeah, I don't know if it moves around on its own. I think it's controlled by magnets, and like you put a magnet under the table and a steel ball on top of the table, and the ball will roll around the table wherever you push the magnet. It's probably something like that.
Well, they go on to say here that the magnetic particles in the slime, however, are toxic themselves. The researchers coated the slime in a layer of silica, the main component in sand, to form a hypothetical protective layer.
Which are interesting.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Magnetic turds, everybody. Go check out the video. Magnetic turds. You won't hear about it anywhere else. But
so the name of my new punk rock band is Magnetic Turds.
Yes, yes. All right, well, we're at that time again. This is it. We're over already. Can you believe it? Time flies when you're having fun.
Wow. Right?
Go check out my friend Gino Losi for catching big monster fish in Florida. He'll put you on the fish. Check out my friend Dustin Levine over at the Melon Patch Theater in Leesburg. You can check him out. Go make a donation, see a play. They got comedy over there on occasion, too. Go check out my friend Night Fan Stan at Jet Set Printing. All your printing needs in Central Florida. Mike, do you have anybody to say anything to?
Oh, hi, Mom.
Yay! Hopefully Mom's watching, right? She's our big fan, right?
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. We may be on a new platform here soon, a couple new platforms. I'm looking to add a couple. I've been contacted by a few people, so things are definitely looking up here. We may be on some places that you never thought you'd see us, but we may be there. And we may also be on an exciting new place, which is happening, too. We'll have more on that in the next couple shows. This was 103, and this was 104, right?
Yep,
Jesus,
104.
104. Time flies. Time flies. All right, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Take care.